Are you ready for the ultimate adrenaline rush? Get ready to dive into the heart-pounding world of heists, betrayal, and unexpected twists. Welcome back, fellow thrill seekers. Today, we're diving into everything we know about Berlin Season 2. Strap in as we unravel the mysteries and anticipate the jaw-dropping thrills that await in the highly anticipated sequel to the Spanish sensation that took Netflix by storm. Let's crack the vault and uncover what's in store for our favorite crew of masterminds. Picture this, a smoky Parisian auction house, the air thick with anticipation and the scent of wealth. In the shadows lurks a mastermind, Berlin, at the peak of his game. But wait, rewind a bit. Before the chaos of the Money Heist, there was Berlin, the prequel series that peeled back the layers of this enigmatic character's past. Berlin wasn't just a show, it was a journey into the heart of darkness, revealing the golden age of our favorite anti-hero. We saw him gather his crew, each member a puzzle piece in his grand scheme. From the streets of Berlin to the boulevards of Paris, every step was calculated, every move a gamble. Now, fast forward to the present, the echoes of Berlin still linger, casting a long shadow over the anticipation for Season 2. Fans are hungry for more of the intrigue, the drama, and the thrill of the heist. The prequel series not only set the stage, but raised the stakes, leaving us on the edge of our seats, craving more. But let's not forget the critics. Like hawks circling their prey, they swoop in with their claws out, ready to tear Berlin apart. Mixed reviews flooded in, with some dismissing it as a mere shadow of its predecessor. But here's the thing, success isn't measured in stars or scores. It's measured in the beating hearts of viewers, the ones who can't get enough of Berlin's charisma, his cunning, his flaws. And that's where Netflix comes in. The streaming giant knows a hit when it sees one. If Berlin can capture even a fraction of the magic that made Money Heist a global phenomenon, you can bet your bottom dollar that Season 2 is on the horizon. So grab your popcorn and buckle up, because the heist is far from over, and Berlin is just getting started. Now let's talk business. Season 2 of Berlin may not have received the green light from Netflix just yet, but don't start counting your stolen jewels before they're fenced. The show's recent release means it's still early days for renewal speculations. Sure, the first reviews might not have been all sunshine and rainbows, but here's the thing about heists. They're all about the long con. Netflix isn't in the game for instant gratification. They play the long game, waiting to see how the chips fall before making their move. And make no mistake, the real test isn't in the hands of the critics, it's in the hands of the viewers, the ones binge-watching into the wee hours of the morning, unable to tear themselves away from the screen. So what's the verdict? Will Berlin get the nod for a second season? Well, if history has taught us anything, it's this. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and right now, Berlin is smoldering, waiting for the spark that'll set it ablaze once more. But now, let's talk numbers for a minute. Streaming figures don't lie. If Berlin can pull in the crowds, if it can capture the same lightning in a bottle that made Money Heist a cultural phenomenon, then you can bet your bottom dollar that Season 2 will be hitting your screens. And now the cliffhanger. That glimpse of another heist in the making. The promise of more twists, more turns, more heart-stopping moments. Berlin may not have won over every critic with its first outing, but it's got something even more valuable, the potential to keep us hooked for seasons to come. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears to the ground, because the heist of the century might just be getting started. As we eagerly await the news of Berlin's fate, let's delve into what Season 2 might have in store for our beloved crew of misfits and masterminds. With the groundwork laid and the stage set, the possibilities are endless for where the story might go next. First and foremost, let's talk about heists. The hallmark of any good crime drama, and Berlin is no exception. With the crew plotting another daring robbery in the closing moments of Season 1, it's safe to say that Season 2 will continue to follow their adrenaline-fueled escapades. But what will they be stealing this time? a priceless artifact, a cache of diamonds? The suspense is killing us. But it's not just about heists that is keeping us coming back for more. It's the characters, the relationships, the drama. And boy, does Berlin deliver on all fronts. From Berlin himself, with his suave charm and hidden vulnerabilities, to the rest of the gang, each member bringing their own flavor into the mix. And let's not forget the love subplots simmering beneath the surface, ready to boil over at any moment. Speaking of which, Berlin and Camille's relationship may have ended on relatively good terms, but there's still plenty of unresolved tension between them. Add Damon, Berlin's right-hand man, into the mix with his own marital woes and simmering envy, and you've got a recipe for some serious drama. Throw in some new characters, each with their own agendas and secrets, and you've got a powder keg just waiting to explode. So, what can we expect from Season 2? More heists, more drama, more twists and turns than we can count? Berlin may have escaped with the jewels at the end of Season 1, but the real treasure lies in the journey ahead. And if the past is any indication, it's going to be one hell of a ride. So buckle up, folks, because Berlin Season 2 is about to take us on a heist of a lifetime. Now let's turn our attention to the beating heart of Berlin, its characters and their tangled web of relationships. From Berlin himself to every member of his crew, the dynamics between them are as intricate as the heists they pull off. At the center of it all is Berlin, the charismatic leader with a knack for pulling off the impossible. But behind the bravado lies a man with his own demons, his own vulnerabilities. His relationship with Camille may have ended, but the lingering mistrust between them could spell trouble in Season 2. Can they set aside their differences for the sake of the heist, or will their past come back to haunt them? Then there's Damon, Berlin's loyal right-hand man, whose envy and marital problems threaten to tear the crew apart from within. His relationship with Berlin is built on years of trust and camaraderie, but how far will that trust stretch when push comes to shove? And let's not forget the newcomers. With every new face comes the potential for new alliances, new conflicts. Will they be friend or foe, ally or adversary? Only time will tell. But it's not just the romantic relationships that keep us hooked. It's the friendships, the rivalries, the alliances forged in the heat of the moment. Every interaction crackles with tension, every word laden with meaning. And as the stakes get higher, the bonds between our favorite characters will be tested like never before. With every new season comes new challenges, and Berlin Season 2 is no exception. As the crew gears up for their next heist, they'll face obstacles both old and new that threaten to derail their plans. One of the biggest challenges they'll face is trust, or lack thereof. With tension simmering between Berlin, Camille, and Damon, the crew will need to navigate a minefield of mistrust and betrayal if they want to pull off their next job. Every whisper, every glance will be scrutinized as they wonder who they can really truly rely upon. But it's not just the internal conflicts they'll have to contend with. As they set their sights on their next target, they'll come up against formidable foes, each more dangerous than the last. From rival thieves to dogged law enforcement, the odds are stacked against them like never before. And then there's the new additions to the crew. With each new face comes the potential for new complications. Will they be a valuable asset or a liability waiting to happen? Can they be trusted, or do they have their own agenda? As the crew prepares to embark on their next adventure, one thing is clear: the stakes have never been higher. With enemies closing in from all sides and tension running high within their own ranks, they'll need to rely on each other like never before if they want to come out on top. But in the world of high-stakes heists, trust is a rare commodity, and one wrong move could be their undoing. And there you have it, folks, a glimpse into what awaits in Berlin Season 2. Will the gang pull off another heist? Can Berlin navigate the complexities of love and loyalty? Stay tuned to find out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things Berlin. Until next time.